He's going to do tons of damage. So I do favor Among Us, but it's very close. I think the drafts are pretty competitive. It's going to be down to execution here, Mike. And it's going to be a really tight matchup here. The big test for Among Us, as a lot of people want to say. 1 minute left, and you look up top. It's not a good spot.
Oh, March does go down for that first blood. It's like Cuckoo did commit the hoof stomp, and I'm assuming it was a cookie into... He needs to posture around this camp, but he just can't afford to. I believe they might try and group up now and get onto Abed. March gonna circle around with the Fortune's End. Abed gonna hold out with the Refraction, but there's your Avalanche toss. Stampede will be out from Cuckoo. Armel will skewer forward, but doesn't have the RP available, so he can't lock Abed down, and he will be fine to run away. Still Tony Stark now will go on to Jabs, and Jabs, he's gonna cookie up to the high ground into the neutrals, but Tims is gonna be there to toss him back into Tony Stark, and the Ursa will manage to pick up the kill.
If you take that mid tier 1, that's going to make it much more difficult for Abed to find farm and TAs. You don't want to give this objective away.
Gonna step in onto Jabs. Nice toss back there from Tims. Jabs gonna cookie away and should not make it out. He does go down, but Whiteman gets a glimpse back onto Tims. Only issue being is there is no one else there to capitalize off that glimpse. Smoked up, he's gonna loop around past the tier 1 tower, and he's going to spot out March. He'll go for the Oracle first. Abed going to jump in with his own Blink Dagger, and that'll be March gone. Now KP getting caught out by Jabs, and there'll be your Chrono and the Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. And that's just a great rotation out from Among Us. Has farmed so freely that he has a Blink Dagger up on the Centaur. There goes Whitemon. He does go down to the Disruptor. They are going to try and get around Cuckoo and force out that Stampede, but Tims is just blocking the way and is ready now with the Avalanche toss to go back in on the Centaur, and this should be a very easy kill out onto Cuckoo. KB with a double kill on the Void Spirit, but mid lane. Abed going to chase down Armel for a bit, but he will not go too much further.
Among Us, they should be aware, but they are still staying clumped up.
Armel looking at Savage, does just commit the RP onto the Void, and they all just jump him straight away. Savage is blown up.
Cannot allow March to be outside of Chrono now. He's got level 8, he's got that False Promise to save whoever gets caught out, and of course he's got the Edict to disarm. So March has to be the priority in the Chrono catch-out. They are making a Roche play though.
Well, they know the RP's not up, so they're going to try and sneak the Roshan. RP still 1 minute away. TNC, looks like they have got a whiff of what's happening, but they can make it perhaps. No, KP doesn't jump in, and he's been caught out by the Static Storm of Whitemon.
1k lead for Among Us still. They have the Chrono. The RP still half a minute though.
Tim's trying to blow up Whitemon, but now he might pay for it. He's being controlled in that kinetic field, and he is going to be stunned up, but March will be there to try and save. But Abed now going to take his life away instead, and it looks like Tims might die anyway. But Stark's going to jump in, try and help out his support. Tims will survive for now. He'll make a run for it. They're back onto Tony Stark, but here comes Armel. He has RP in 5 seconds. He just needs a bit of time. KB buying that time for him. Still waiting. Armel going back in after Cuckoo. Will take down the Centaur, but now the Chrono is out from Savage. They could not get the RP in time, and Savage will turn this team fight back around for Among Us. Now going on to Tony Stark with the cookie. He's not going to be able to reach.
No, they've got RP while the Chrono is down, so it's now TNC's turn perhaps to look for some aggressive plays forward.
Tims trying, gets the Avalanche toss onto Whitemon again. Static Storm going to be dropped. Tims, he couldn't finish off the kill yet. March is trying to help him out. They will cookie. Savage, or rather, the Ursa. Stark is going to be in trouble. Savage still chasing him down. The Enrage is going to buy time, but Abed is there and should be able to wipe him out. It's Tony Stark still on the run. They miss a hit. Armel, he's got the RP, he's waiting for the right moment, and he will commit it onto two heroes and Stark. He'll turn back around now with some damage out. A great skewer from Armel back into the tier 2 tower, and with the Avalanche now from Tims, they can fight back. They'll get the Aegis onto Abed, and they'll also kill Cuckoo. But Jabs jumping back in now with the cookie, but Armel has got too much damage and too much control. They'll get rid of Jabs, but Abed still wants to fight. It's not going to be enough. He will drop. And so does Savage. The only person to survive was Whitemon.
When the Chrono is down and you've got RP, you've got the advantage. Now, both spells are down. They're still going to look for the defense. Can't give this tier 1.
Avalanche toss out. KP jumping straight in with the Aether in to latch on. And now Armel just going to skewer Cuckoo away. He does get the Stampede off in time. And he will not make it out. Tims. Look at Tims. Just in the Radiant jungle. They do spot him out now. Tims, he's got the memo. He goes for a run. Blinks onto the higher ground. And they will not be able to stop him from TPing. They do scan out March. Tony Stark right behind him. Savage won't be able to get the Ursa, but he might be able to get 2 more. They'll jump March with the Static Storm. Tony, he's posturing around Savage. And Savage is jumping back in. Commits the Chrono now onto Tony Stark with the kisses to fly out, and that might just be your Ursa gone. March, he bought back. They glimpse back onto Tims now. They'll go after the Tiny. Tims might just also be dead, but March, he has the false promise. He may commit here, but no, he does not. And March, you don't want to die like this. You just bought back. But Savage is not going to let him get out of here for free. KP asking him to not ruin his hiding spot right now, as he is very scared of Among Us. It looks like it's Among Us. Glimpse back is going to be there onto Tony. He will enrage immediately. Now the gobble up onto Arbed. Straight onto Tony Stark. But Arbed going to jump around. Savage looking for a Chrono attempt. They're going to focus down Tims on the Tiny. And Arbed is going to be able to clean him up. Now Savage still moving forward, knowing they are trying to TP out, is looking for some more stragglers. And March, well, he's going to try and TP, but there will be a glimpse out from our Disruptor. And March is going to be stuck in the tree line to try and figure this one out. But he cannot. He is going to go down, and they found another. Ooh. KP stuck in the Static Storm. 23 Savage is not going to allow Whitemon to go down. He'll take the kill for himself.
Spat forward, blinks away. It gets pretty confusing as to where you need to be when you've got that much mobility, and that timing is perfect. Roshan up, second rush of the game, Aegis Cheese. It doesn't even last that long. It's just gone.
Another great Roshan out for Among Us, but the smoke was happening. Still KP, going to show himself now. Tim's going to make a jump onto Arbed, but there's Savage going onto the Tiny. There's your Gobble Up. The RP going to be cancelled by the Hoof Stomp from Cuckoo, and now Armel, he misses the RP. And Tims is already gone. With that RP gone, they are just going to go for the team fight, and Savage gets a 2-man Chrono off with the kisses to fly in, and Among Us, they are dominating the side of TNC.
21 to 13, 10k lead. They can start sieging that high ground. They still have the cheese ready to go. They've still got a lot of options. They don't have Chrono, but they can melt these towers fast.
They definitely can with that Deso up, and of course Savage is already hitting so darn hard. Still got that cheese on Savage. Tims, he trying to go for the toss back, but gets a creep. TNC, what are they up to? They're going to try and re-invade this. Savage gets thrown onto the cliff, and now BKB's up. I'm not sure this is where he wants to be. Tony Stark is controlling him, but Savage is now going to try and fight back up against the Ursa. He'll time walk away. They'll stampede, trying to retreat, but Arbed, he'll go onto Tims instead. That Tiny going to melt to the damage of this TA, and now they look to reinitiate. Armel, he had RP in 10 seconds. He just needs more time. March, however, into the Static Storm now. He can't do anything to get out of this and is going to get bursted by Cuckoo. Here comes Tony Stark back into the team fight. Armel's got that RP back up at Savage. Well, he has Chrono in 30 seconds. It's going to be a bit of time, so Armel, he'll jump back in. There's KP taking all the attention away, but Armel cannot find a good RP opportunity. He's still looking for it. Savage does get RP'd now. There's Tony Stark jumping in, but the Avalanche coming out from Tims and Cuckoo, just stunning everyone up, and now the Gobble Up, the follow-up stun from Jabs into the Mortimer's Kisses. They are melting again under the rain of fire from Jabs. Oh, he's just chain stunning them with the Gobble Up now, John.
Oh, man, the style to get that kind of save in March. Last one alive, not for long, gonna be punished. Abbott gives him the clap.
Oh, Abbott's got an Ultra. Not many people tend to accept the offer though, which is a bit upsetting. KP, he'll jump in, trying to buy more time. But that Rax is certainly set to go. Armel gonna go for a skewer, but
Oh.
Savage, he's got the chrono again, and Arbed just rips Armel to shreds.
March?
There's your gobble up once
What?
again, connecting on two. March can't do anything here, and Savage gonna find another in the form of KB. More stickers being dropped. Jabs has got more cups of water, but the GG has been called. TNC. They lose game one, and Among Us, John, I hate to say it again, but they made it look easy.
I mean, this was their test, Mike. This is the big team, the top dogs in groups, the top dogs in C right now.